Oh, hello, friends. I'll wait for people to come in. I'll just be chatting while people trickle in. Oh, it's been a long day today. How y'all doing? I'm seeing the number going up. How you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. I don't know why the blush is really blushing on camera. It's craziness. Hi T Geddies, how you doing? Guys, the live was very impromptu. Today I was just feeling like, man, I haven't been live in a while, so why not go live? Today I had a ladies' lunch with some women from my church, and then I went to a wedding for a friend of mine. So yeah, it's been a very eventful day, but I just wanted to end the day by chatting to y'all. I don't even have nothing to say, really. We might only be here for 30 minutes, and I know it's late. I'm so sorry. I know it's late in the evening. I apologize. But yeah, y'all let me know how y'all doing. What y'all up to? What's everybody doing this fine evening? Hello, Van Shay. I'm good, child. Up late working, and we thank God because my last week on these raggedy overnight shifts. Love that for you. Hello, Ayana. Hello, Melds. I look great, guys. This is after a long day, but thank you. I accept. Hello, thank you. You never catch me? Well, you catch me now. I saw Michael B. Jordan won the Oscar. I haven't had time to watch. I don't think I was going to watch the whole show anyways, but I will absolutely go back and watch his speech and all that. Guys, really, you think the makeup? Okay, I'll accept. If y'all saying it looks great, then I'll accept. But I think it's been through quite a day. Let me say that. Hi Queenie, I've been watching your Love is Blind reviews for a while. Love your videos. Congrats on your marriage as well, babe. Thank you. Hello, Stephanie. They really couldn't give us best picture, huh? Whatever we take in RWs. So what did he win for? Did he win best male lead or something like that? I just saw that he won. I don't know what category he won. I live in Edmonton. Jordan's speech was great. He looked so surprised. One thing about Michael B. Jordan, he's going to deliver a phenomenal speech. I have yet to see him say something where we're like, okay, yeah, like he just always approaches it with excellence. Even with the whole Brit Awards thing that happened, the professionalism of that man, like he's just so well put together. He's for the people, but also knows how to sit in rooms that aren't catered for the people. Just Michael B. Jordan is that guy. He's definitely that guy. Okay, best lead actor he got. Nice. Love it. First live that I managed to join, 5 a.m. in South Africa. What's up? Oh, your cat woke you up. I'm so sorry. Hello, Ashley. Oh, you're in Ottawa. Anonymous. Yeah. Guys, you're watching so early in the morning. Off topic, are you watching Age of Attraction? Hi, Rewo. I've already heard that it gives pervy vibes. So I wasn't inclined to watch it because of Nick Vile's association to begin with. But now that people are like, yeah, it's very weird, like the age gaps are age gapping. I don't know if that's for me. Even my cousin asked me, I think it was yesterday, she was like, oh, just watch it just for banter. I'm definitely not reviewing it. I'm so sorry, guys. I know you guys have been asking, some of you guys. I know. No, no, I will not give any attention to Nick Vile, at least publicly. So will I watch it for banter? Maybe, but like I said, I've heard that it gives very pervy. So I don't know. I don't know. Hello, Miss Bourne. Yeah, you might have to watch the replay. It's late. I know. I'm sorry, guys. It's late in the evening, late in the midnight hour. Okay, Van Shay, let me know. You're saying it's interesting. What's the interesting? Loop me in. Because I don't know. I cannot stand Nick, but I will say I'm enjoying the show and the reviews. Okay. Who's reviewing it? I haven't seen anybody's videos unless I'm just not in tune with my feed. They had all close age gaps go home. Oh, sorry, spoiler if that was for anybody, but it's in the chat. Okay. Yeah, Vanshay, apparently it's deliberate that Nick Vile is kind of hidden because I don't know, something must have happened. But even in the trailer and stuff, they would show his wife, but they would not show him. And then the poster for the show for the longest time didn't have him. And then recently I saw him. So there's this erasure of Nick. I'm not sure what the reason is. Like, does he have allegations or something out for him? Like, I don't know why they're not trying to show too much affiliation with him. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that you didn't know that he was associated. Why do you guys keep saying so many vague things? You guys are saying it's interesting, it's something. What does that mean? 3 a.m. in the UK. What up, y'all? How y'all doing? Oh, from IET. IET Shelly. How y'all doing? Hi, Rena. Oh, you're saying I'm looking 10 out of 10. Thank you. I've been watching Real Housewives of, I'm assuming the P is Potomac. Oof. Oh no, Rob has a podcast. Sorry. I just realized I realized that could go both ways. Okay. You're watching Rob has a podcast recap of the show. Got it. Got it. Okay. There are people on the show with a 33-year age gap. You see, yeah, no. No, no, no. 33 is crazy. Unless the person is like in their 40s. But even then, but I'll accept it if they're in their 40s. Anything like under that, I don't know, that's just icky to me. No, I did not cut my locks. I actually took out the extensions that were in my hair. I'm now realizing not a lot of people knew that it was extensions because even people in my real life were like, you cut your hair? No. That was like the transition because I refused, guys, I refused to have that awkward beginning stage of locks. No, 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 no. So what I did was do the mini twists for some months. You wash the hair, you retie the hair as you would your natural hair. But then once I felt confident in letting go of the extensions, then I let them go. So no, I did not cut my hair, but that's what that was. I know, very impromptu. 27 and 60? Hell no. A 27-year-old with a 60-year-old? Oh, Tammy Talks is reviewing it. Okay. Child, 20. Y'all gonna have to tune into Tammy Talks, baby, because I don't know. I don't know if I can do it. And you know she's gonna give some wax to some of them cast members. So hey, yeah. Y'all enjoy the show without me. That's okay. That's okay. I enjoyed the first episode, not gonna lie, Queen. I'm gonna continue watching tonight. One lady is dating someone younger than her son. Well, I guess it depends when she had the son. I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I started watching as I can relate a bit because my foreign father in law remarried a very young woman, my age 28. I wanted to see some perspective, but the ages are bad and the experiment isn't deep yet. Yeah, I'm not like adamantly against age gaps, but like I said, certain ages it just doesn't make sense because if you're in your 20s and you're with somebody over 30 years your senior, no, 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 not for me. Oh, Jamie, that's me is reviewing it too. Okay, both them ladies are gonna give some wax to the cast. I know that to be true. So you can tell in conversations the age. One convo is about one convo about music should tell you that's true. All right, y'all. Well, since I'm not watching that show, we could talk about something else. I don't really have anything to add in that conversation. Hey, how do I join Discord? Every time I try to use the link in the description, it says invalid. I have uploaded a new link like every time somebody says that, so I'm not sure what's wrong. I've lifted the ban and the age restriction. So I'll try again. I'll check it again, but you're not the first to say it's not working. So I'll try again and maybe in like a day or two, try to rejoin the Discord. Am I the oldest on here? You're 68? And you take pleasure in watching me? Oh my gosh, that's such an honor. I don't know why it feels like an honor, but like I'm honored. Wow. Wow. Did you hear the rumors of Samia and Sammy and Karen's breakup? I did. I did. I expected Sean and Lucinda to last. I'll be so honest. I know everybody thinks that Lucinda is a little, whatever, but I did not expect Sammy and Kieran to break up so quickly. Now I'm wondering whose fault is it? They're trying to say that it's amicable, but I think that it's Kieran. I don't know. Kieran like himself a gal, you know? The stories we've heard about what Kieran gets up to in his free time, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, man. Oh, thank you, Heps. Thank you so much. Sammy and Karen gave us nothing. They surely did. But they are UK's finest. So, yeah. Um, oh, thank you, darn it, Carrie. Thank you for loving the reviews, guys. It keeps me going. Carol straight up said the show is not good. So what y'all talking about? Because Carol said it's not good, y'all. It's not good. I'm 29 and I would not date a 23-year-old. Before 25 and after 25 is really like two different age groups. It really does feel like that. And as somebody who's with a younger person, I always thought like, I don't know if I could do with y'all. Because we are both in our late 20s, it helps so much. But if he was even 3 years younger, no. Belle and Harrison are not in a real relationship. Belle and Harrison are trying to prove a point. That's what that is. So I'm not shocked that they're still together because they have to prove a point. Ain't nobody buying it. Nobody buying it. I also thought that they would last a few months, Sammy and Karen, but weeks is crazy. The young people seem to want an older partner. If that's what you want, that's what you want. Oh, Jenna, I'm so sorry to disappoint you from Australia because Maps is done. Maps is finito, unfortunately, but I'm glad you loved the Maps content. I love Maps UK and Maps Australia. I truly do. People who've been here for a long time know that Maps US, we kicked that bucket a long time ago. But the internationals, they kept me going. I also love South Africa, though I don't review it. I love Maps South Africa. Something about this cast was just extremely unlikable. I don't have a single cast member that I like. Not one. And although I don't believe I have to absolutely love the show to keep watching the show, the fact that I find no desire to see what's going on in anybody's relationship, I'm just like, you know what? It's okay. So I asked the people, should I continue or should I stop? And y'all said stop, so I stopped. Yeah. Oh, you've been waiting. Oh, so y'all ain't been checking the community tab. I'm so sorry. Okay, Jenna said you'll watch the other content. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm 30 and married, but would never give someone under 28 a chance. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I'm telling you, I like them older. When I was young and learned those guys were creeps too. Absolutely. Because I used to be like, yeah, I want a guy who's like 5 years older than me, like 6, 7 years older than me. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that at this age and even a few years ago. But when I was in my early 20s, like if I'm 23 and I'm wanting to date a 31, 32-year-old, that makes sense. It makes sense. Especially now that I look at myself back then and how malleable I was, all the things that I was susceptible to, it would not make sense for me to engage with somebody who was so much further along in life. I'm not saying it cannot work. I know people who in their early 20s, they married people who were 12 and 13 years older than them. If it works for you, it works for you. I just look at how my life has gone and I realize, oh, you thought you knew a lot. You didn't know much. You did not know much. My 20s, I've morphed so many times. And I'm glad that I got to do that independently. Like my husband was also my first boyfriend, like my first proper relationship. So I got to discover myself throughout my 20s. And I realized I probably would have been a whole different person if I would have locked things in, especially with an older person at that young age when I desired an older person. So it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're not that late, Brittany. We haven't been talking for too long. It's only been 15 minutes. And guys, I'm leaving at 10 o'clock. I cannot do a 3 hour live today. Unfortunately, I have people to tend to, so we're only going to do an hour today. Did I see what Kenny said on Love Island? What did Kenny say? What did Kenny say? Let me know. Let me know. Didn't know about the extensions, but the locks look great. Gonna need you to keep us up to date on every strand. Please and thank you. I thought about talking about my lock journey on my vlog channel, but I don't even know what to say. And I don't want to be like wrong and stuff because when I was ranting about my locks on TikTok, people are like, oh, well, who told you that it was going to be easy? And why did you do so many little locks? And what? And I say, oh, this is a very judgmental community. I don't know if I want to be talking too much about my lock journey. So yeah, maybe I'll do it on YouTube. Maybe y'all will receive it better. But yeah, them TikTok people, they was being weird. They was being a little weird. There's just a sense of grooming that comes with huge age gap relationships. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know, Kara. I know you. And I love the 3 hour lives. You know what? What do I have going on? Oh, yeah, next week it's not going to work. But during this week, I might be available because since we're no longer doing maths, I've already filmed the last episode of Blue Therapy. I was supposed to post it today, but the wedding went longer than I thought it would, which was so great, guys. Oh, it was so beautiful. I love love so much. 90 Day Fiance, not Age of Attraction, 90 Day Fiance, and Blue Therapy was the only shows I was doing. So maybe like on Tuesday or Wednesday, we could do. No, Wednesday I have choir practice. Tuesday. We could do an extended live on Tuesday. There we go. Give us more content on the vlog channel. All right. I can do that. I'm supposed to post my wedding video. I did promise that. I was supposed to do a makeup video, but I don't know. Lately, I don't know. My makeup hasn't been doing what I wanted to do lately, so I'm still just trying to fumble my way through it. But I want to post what I recorded today because my husband was on the call while I was doing my makeup, and just the commentary back and forth was really cute. So I might just post like snippets of that. And then I still have to post the vlogs from our honeymoon in South Africa. And I'm trying not to make everything just about my husband. So I need to find something else to talk about because I don't want to talk about that man forever. Love is Blind Sweden. Oh, not Wednesday? Oh, well, no, Wednesday doesn't work for me either. So maybe Tuesday. What about Tuesday? What y'all think about Tuesday? Love is Blind Sweden. It's not that I don't want to. I feel like I'm all Love is Blinded out. Like I need a break. I need a break. Because in the last 6 months, I think I've covered 4 different Love Islands. Maybe even 5. That's a lot, guys. I think my brain needs a break. Yeah, Blue Therapy is going to be done. I'm going to post today. So I don't know what my next show is. What should we do? Should we do a completely different show? Because Blue Therapy wasn't on my roster, but it did well. So what show outside of Age of Attraction? What show would you guys want me to review? I just know you look so beautiful in whatever you're wearing right now. Those colors on you are everything. Thank you. And this is Richmond's favorite dress. It's from Shein. This season of Love is Blind wore me out. Each season is worse than the last. I actually didn't mind this season. Somebody said something about Devo. I missed it. Yo, that's messed up. Another Devo, but worse. Oh, what happened? What were you referring to? Kenny's still talking smack about Black women and how he hated them, and his mom knows everything. That whole family weird. So whatever. Kenny's a weirdo. I'm glad that he didn't do anything to harm himself because that was my fear. Sometimes people don't realize how detrimental their online vitriol is. So I never wanted him to harm himself, though I don't agree with anything that he was doing, but he needs to shut up. He needs to shut up. Yeah. He needs to shut up. Have I ever done Bachelor or Bachelorette? Yes, I have. And then I dropped it because back then people weren't interested. But since my channel has grown, I do think there might be more of an interest now since like there's a very diverse group here. So The Bachelorette is coming back March 22nd. I have that written down. I want to do Love on the Spectrum, which comes April 1st. Guys, where's March going? Why are we already on March 15th? This month is actually whizzing by. Love on the Spectrum, April 1st. Temptation Island is April 10th. And I don't have anything in May. So we can add another show for now because, yeah, I'll have nothing until March 22nd, which is The Bachelorette. I've been wondering if the podcast is coming back. Oh, Noel. You and me both, baby. You and me both. You see, I don't even know what I can say, to be honest with you. What can I say without getting in trouble? And I'm not even saying that they're gonna get me in trouble. I just don't know if what I say could get me in trouble. Let's just say I'm also waiting. You want to know, I too want to know. I don't know. And the crazy thing is, I have this big ass sign in my living room, and I'm like, okay, so do I take it down so I can actually decorate my living room, or do I keep it up because the podcast is still going? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, if you review it, I'm gonna watch it. All right. And a lot of you guys are like that. Y'all are like, I'll just watch whatever you review. So cool. Cool. No problem. Maybe another TLC show like Seeking Brother Husband. I had done. Why did I drop Seeking Brother Husband? I had done that first season, and I can't recall why I dropped it. When does Seeking Brother Husband come back? Let me know. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Yeah, I would not be opposed to that at all. I'm from Ohio, you guys, and they're definitely Northerners. Embarrassing, lol. Jordan was peak representation of Ohio overall for the men. For the women, maybe Brittany with how Delulu everyone is. And also, I want to make an amendment, though all those people who watched that are not going to watch this video. With the Jordan situation, I feel like I did say that there were things that Jordan did that I wasn't happy about. With the whole car thing, I know that some people were like, but he put her in a car. Maybe I'm being biased because I've been in that same situation where the only sober person available was the person working the event. And so everybody else who had been drinking had to find a place to put our friend who had just completely lost the plot, and we had to put them in the car. We just had to. So I do kind of understand where Jordan's coming from. I think somebody coming plastered when you aren't in a position to like take full care of them, you might be put in a precarious situation. Is the car the best place to put her? No. But is that the place that's available? Yeah. Yeah. But oh well, apparently they're all exposing each other. This person is showing text, this person is showing phone calls and whatever kind of stuff. I don't care. This is the season where I did not care for the tea at all. All the tea that I discovered was against my will. It was people sending it to me. So I'm like, okay, fine. Now I know this tea. But was I ever seeking the tea this season? No, did not care. So everybody exposing each other, cool, whatever. Whatever. I'm gonna go based off what we saw. And what I saw was Amber's got a problem. Jordan could have done some things better. Amber's got a problem though. Okay. Hey Queenie, did you know that Wilco shouted you out a couple or a few weeks ago? He's a fan. I was thinking about having you on his show or something. Collab between you two would be great. I actually tried to find him on Instagram. I could not find him. I don't know if I just wasn't trying hard enough, but I could not find him. And then I was like, well, damn, I would feel guilty reaching out because I had dropped Married at First Sight. But to answer your question, yes, I did know that he shouted me out. Thanks to El Cid. El Cid let me know that that happened. I was so gassed. Guys, I don't think you understand. Like, even when people see me like in public, there was somebody who pulled me aside at Costco the other day. Like, stuff like that brings so much joy to my heart. So yes, I do know that it happened, and I wish we could do a collab, but I've dropped the season, so I don't know how much I could input to that conversation. So yeah. Any potential interest in doing Love Overboard? Unfortunately, not. And it's because of the demographic. There's another show that's coming out too. It's like a ripoff of Love Island. Again, the demographic. I'll be so real. I'll be so real, guys. Yeah. What happens to the rest of 90 Day? It's coming. It's just last week was a really bad week, guys. Like no, I'm not gonna say. I was thinking about it, but I'm not gonna say because I don't think. Yeah. Anyways, I don't think there's any benefit in sharing it on the internet. But yeah, so I needed a second. We're coming back. Don't you worry. Yes, it's definitely coming. It's coming. It was 11. He just wanted to go party. I mean, he was the best man. If I'm the maid of honor, I'm not I'm not leaving because you came sloppy drunk respectfully. And I don't know what that says about me, but yeah, I'm gonna put your drunk ass in the car or somewhere. But I don't know. Maybe we're the toxic ones, me and Jordan, and I'll accept that. But their onus is also on you. Why are you coming so drunk to the point where you cannot stand? You're sleeping at tables. You're a liability. No, bro. I'm sorry. I forget that. I don't care what y'all are saying it's 11 in the sense that Jordan could have gone home at that time, right? I don't know what kind of weddings y'all be going at. We be leaving at 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah. If I was a maid of honor, you you won't be in that car. And I'm gonna check in on you. Because what we did with my friend, we had rotations. We would check on them every so often, but they stayed in that car. And we kept the keys just to make sure. You're with me and Jordan? Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey. Exactly. Thank you, T Geddes. Like, I have a responsibility to my friend. And you out here embarrassing me. Like, and I can't even get you an Uber because once you get to your destination, what are you gonna do? You can barely stand as it is. How do I know you're even gonna get into the house? I need to keep you within reach in case anything happens, but I can't have you in the room being sloppy. I just can't. I just cannot. Nah, bro. Okay, so y'all are okay. So y'all are my people. Y'all are with me. That's all I needed to know. I knew I rocked with y'all. I knew I rocked with y'all. Y'all are with me. Okay, cool. Nobody in the party leaving till the couple leaves, child, unless you pregnant. Them the rules. Supposedly, he was 8 beers deep before she got there because she was having car trouble and posted the receipts. Supposedly, he was 8 beers deep before she even got there. But that doesn't mean that he was sloppy, but it seems she was sloppy. Either way, child, I ain't leaving. I'll just be so honest about that. I ain't leaving. I ain't leaving. I'm gonna put you in the car until I gotta go. I agree. Great friends, not so good of a partner. I don't know. Like I said, Ohio wedding venues are often on farms or far from other people, cameras everywhere, etc. She was fine as long as no guests took advantage of her, but she was coherent enough to order. Okay. That might include context that I don't have. Like I said, I haven't been seeking out the information. So, yeah. She got there after the ceremony. Of course, he was beers in. Also, that. Good night, Rewo. But can we take his word? They both a mess and just don't leave your drunk wife. Get her an Uber at least. But that's what I said. Even if you get her an Uber, if she is unable to even stand, what happens when they get to the destination? Because that's going to be a problem too. Oh, he sent me in an Uber and I couldn't even get into the house, and now I was stuck outside and there was nobody to check on me. Oh no, I'm sorry. Like, I think if enough people were also acknowledging the fact that she should not have come sloppy drunk after having missed the ceremony, knowing that I have a responsibility to my friend and that I can't be your babysitter at your big age, then I would accept the pushback. But it's like people just want to point fingers at Jordan as if Amber showing up in that disposition wasn't a problem. Like that's a problem. That's a problem. But like I said, I do think there are things that Jordan can cop absolutely. Amber gets more of the heat for me though. She sure does. She sure does. Well, go with your wife, bring her to the hotel, and yeah, I was under the assumption that there was a hotel. That's why I said it in the video, but I misspoke. So I don't know. I don't know. Somebody said something about maps. Yes, I've dropped maps, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. So a lot of us are in agreement. And to those who disagree, that's okay. That's why we're all different. Dawn, what I'm understanding is that well, either way, whether she got drunk at the wedding or showed up drunk or what, the point is you've become a liability. And that ain't cute, man. That ain't cute. Wait, question. How did she pop up at the ceremony drunk AF? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I might be messing things up. She could have gotten drunk at the reception, which how much were you drinking to get that drunk that fast? Because you would have to start at the cocktail hour with the rest of everybody else, which is before the reception, the way that I know weddings. And some people even drink from the ceremony. So I'm like, damn, this girl was really throwing them back. Oh, that's a really good point. If they were both drunk, then they both were not sober enough to make the right decision. So it's not just Jordan's fault. I like that take. They're both not even coherent enough to think clearly. So yeah, of course Jordan is going to make some missteps in this situation. I hear that. I hear that. Hi, Safs. Do, 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 do. I mean, if I put a drunk woman in an Uber, I'd be more worried about her making it to the destination. Absolutely. I've been in situations where we've had to carry people. I've had to carry a drunk person up the stairs. Guys, I don't, unless you've had to deal with a sloppy drunk, like, I don't think you understand. Like, they become such a liability. And don't let them be an angry drunk or don't let them be a disappearing drunk on top of the sloppiness. Like, oh, I would have put her in the car too. I'm sorry. I would have put her in the car. She said she's not a drinker. Well, that's a lie. that's a damn lie. Every time we saw this lady on camera, she was drinking hands. So I don't know what she's talking. They can't both go home, Lola. He's the best man. Like he has to balance in that moment being a husband and a friend. Like friendship is also important. Don't lose y'all friendship in relationship. Now, I'm not saying discard your wife, especially because she's the newest on the scene, but like it's a hard balance. And like we're saying, he was also drinking. So the clarity was not there. The clarity was not there. But anyways, we not there. It already happened. They already broke up, so it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. You see, people are saying she was drunk at the reunion too. That girl be drinking. I don't know. She's not a drinker. Okay. But if anything, say you're not a drinker and all of a sudden you're binge drinking like this, it's going to cause some problems. And then she's going to say, yeah, everybody knows I have anger issues. Everybody knows I used to hate men before. Everybody knows, also because everybody knows we're just supposed to absolve you of your behavior. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. I still believe that Jordan should have had a formal conversation with the daughter because you're walking into the situation knowing how complex it is. Suck it up, buttercup. You got to do that. I do believe he should have been more forthright with his feelings. I said that even during the season, the fact that he was more comfortable venting to the boys than letting his like future wife know what was up, that's a problem. He could have handled the wedding thing better, but outside of that, I'm sorry. Amber gets the heat for me. Amber gets the heat for me. Yeah. The key to being a solid adult is making sure you never hit liability status. Come on, Rhonda, wake it up. Wake it up. Because where is the onus on you? Where is your accountability? Yes, he didn't do right by me, but also, why did I let myself get to that point where I would put my husband in a situation where I am now his liability? in this space where he's trying to show up for his friend. He is the best man at his friend's wedding, and I became a liability for my husband. We got to be able to look at it from both ways. Yes, as the husband, oh my gosh, like my how can sorry, I'm mixing up perspectives now. As Amber, I can understand the offense of like, well, damn, my husband just left me out to dry. But as the husband, you would think, okay, my wife should have been here ready to support me as I'm supporting my friend. And instead she detracted from that because she couldn't hold her liquor. Guys, we're excusing too much bad behavior here. Hmm. Hey, Leah. Correct. I had a formal correct. I had a formal conversations for the kids. I nannied for when I left. They needed to hear it from me. Absolutely. Absolutely. He definitely should have done that. I can understand how he felt like that was a complex situation. I have empathy for that, but he should have had a formal conversation. Yeah. Yeah, that is something Jordan messed up on. Say something to the little girl you've helped take care of for 4 months, but overall, yeah, not his problem, depending on how bad it got. In her post show podcast, she seems to take responsibility in what she's done on her part. That's good. Like I said, I haven't really been keeping up. I have not been keeping up because it's a fact. It's not even like, oh, maybe I don't care for this cast. I surely don't. So I don't know anything that's been going on. I'm reacting solely on what we saw on the show. So yeah. And no shade, but I'd be pissed had I left the longtime BFF wedding for someone I'm a divorce shortly after. And that could be a thing too. Like the man was so adamant on not moving. Like it seemed he already had an exit plan at this point. So I could see why he's like, well, leave my friend who I'm still gonna kick it with after, or chase after this girl who I'm planning on leaving. You know, yeah, that absolutely don't. They both should have said no. They absolutely should have said no. What do you think about Devo and the two different apartments in two cities? That man don't make no damn sense. I even saw story time with Ricky debunking the different timelines that Devo has put out about this relationship. Apparently they've been together for 11 months, but it's actually been 2 months, but it's actually been 6 months. And she's actually not a fiance, she's a girlfriend, but she's not a girlfriend, she's a longtime friend. And she's not a this and she's not a, oh my gosh. You're telling me you valued being a father and a husband so much that you became a baby daddy? Okay. 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 That's true, Lola. Some stuff just pops up at you. So I'm sure you're not looking for it. The tea is everywhere. I just deliberately scroll when I see the tea because I'm so disconnected from the season. The world has gotten so desensitized to harsh and disgusting things. We hear PDF file on the news daily, and our prez makes jokes about bombing it for fun. I have zero faith in reality TV. Mercy. Yeah, I mean, I see reality TV stars as any other person. I don't put them on any higher of a moral ground than myself or anybody else around me. So they're as infallible as we are. And a lot of us have a lot of problems, though we don't like to admit it. It's easy to say these things about people on TV because we get to watch them and they don't get to watch us. So I just keep that in mind. You hated Devo and Brittany. I think a lot of people feel the same. They both needed and should have said no. They're both equally at fault for the demise of their marriage. I agree. I agree. Anyone who goes on this show can't take marriage that seriously. It's giving maths. Honestly, I do agree with that. Oh, so my cousin had asked me what was my controversial opinion. Guys, please don't come with the pitchforks, okay? Please, please. I know a lot of people have issues with the casting, right? But if I'm deciding to get married to somebody in a handful of weeks, I'm going through the phone. I'm doing a background check. I'm searching the social medias. I'm talking to friends, family. I'm doing all the things. And maybe you don't have the time to do that in the weeks that they give you. Well, then we're saying no at the altar and we're continuing this relationship as I continue my investigation. But respectfully, I am never, ever putting my fate in the hands of people who are trying to produce a TV show. I am never going to do that. So the people who complain all the time, like, why would they bring these people on TV? Because these people exist in real life. And also, people be lying. Okay. You can find things like, what's his name? I keep wanting to call him Chris, but it's not Chris, Steven. Steven was a great example. He had so many allegations against him, but no cases filed against him. So somebody can look good on paper and they still be a wantless man, right? Somebody can lie on these applications, but you still have to do your due diligence on finding out who this person really is to the best of your ability. And if you were really serious about it, you would not come on no down Love is Blind to get married in a handful of weeks, because that's crazy. It's crazy. But say you do that, right? Do your due diligence. Even if the producers were to absolutely do their due diligence to put in the best work possible, your tolerance is not my tolerance. So you might say to me, "Oh, this person is a great candidate for you." I don't believe so. So that's why I feel like, yeah, it does suck to have the people like Tyler who has all these kids, or Chris who's an asshole and has been a horrible boyfriend to other people. Now, in the situations where abuse has been involved, Love is Blind, you failed them women. You failed those women. You needed to take them out of those situations. Barring those cases, I feel like it's up to you who's in the couple to do your research, do your investigation. Even with the whole Ashley situation, I was shocked how at the end of the season, before the reunion, there were still so many people who were like, "Oh, Ashley just didn't know. Ashley doesn't know better. Ashley doesn't. Ashley doesn't." From what we saw on the show, I had an issue with the things that Tyler was saying, not even knowing the full context of what was going on. Even I was like, "No, wait, that doesn't raise any red flags for you?" So I'm sorry. We have to admit that a lot of these people throw caution to the wind because they just want to be married or they just want to be superstars. But I'm not going to solely blame production for these whatless men who we see on the show, because it is your responsibility to research your partner and to make sure you're making a sound decision. Sorry. Like, that's how I feel. Sorry, I have not been reading your guys's um comments, but yeah, yeah. You would think I had a degree in cybersecurity the way I would be snooping his college, Facebook, past friends, everything is getting shut. That's what I'm saying. Your recap saved my relationship. Please reconsider or my boyfriend might give up on me. Wait. Uh oh wow. That's a lot of pressure that you just put on me there. That's a lot of pressure. Well, all right. That's a lot of pressure. Whoa. Guys, take what I say as a grain of salt, okay? I'm just a girl with opinions. You got to do what works for yourself and your life. Please take it as a grain of salt. Please, I'm begging. I once had a person, and I hope they don't think that I'm clowning them. I had a person reach out to me and ask me to be their therapist. I cannot. I cannot. I'm just a girl on the internet with opinions. No, 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 no. I can't tell you that story. No. Oh, are you asking about I don't know, KS, what is going on? Are you guys asking for the story from KS on how the recap saved their relationship? I've heard that before. Some other people have said you called out exactly what was happening in my relationship, and I had to take a step back and actually analyze what was happening. I need more people to do that. And I sometimes I err on the side of caution because there's this whole thing of like victim blaming and stuff. I'm never trying to victim blame, but I think a lot of us have a tendency to absolve ourselves from accountability, and we want to see the other person as the issue. And issue they may be, sometimes we play a role. Sometimes we do. And it's up to us to look within and to say, okay, there's a pattern that keeps happening here. Am I playing into it? Am I part of the problem? And if so, what can I do to change? And even if you realize that you are the problem, you can still say, okay, but that person was giving enough problems that I don't want to deal with. But I just don't like how we always absolve ourselves. Not always. We have a tendency to absolve ourselves from accountability. Yeah, man. Aw. Thank you, Simply Unashamed. That means a lot. My mom says that a lot too. My mom is like, I like listening to you because you just like, you're like wise. And sometimes I do be chatting shit. But thank you. Things like that do mean a lot to me. But take things with a grain of salt, yeah. Sometimes I'm just joking. Sometimes I'm just joking. Don't take me too seriously now. Oh, whew. I love watching your reviews because you hold everyone accountable. As a fellow psychologist, it makes me happy. That's what I'm saying. I can't say that one party is always at fault and the other party has no part to play. Nah, the world doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Sometimes when I get too drunk, I lash out at my husband and get mean, and I'm trying to figure out why. How can I change this? Less drinking, absolutely, but it's sort of random. I think it's provoked. Oh, okay. Let me handle this with care. Why, like, what's causing the excessive drinking? Because yes, less drinking for sure, but also realizing why the drinking has become so excessive might help you understand why you're lashing out. Maybe that drinking is like, because a lot of people think that these vices are going to suppress those feelings, but instead they heighten them. And unfortunately, we have to deal with the aftermath once we come to. So yeah, I would say maybe examine why you want to drink so excessively in the first place, and maybe that'll lead you to understand why you end up lashing out. I'm so sorry that we gotta sort that out. We gotta sort that out. Yeah. Watching Love is Blind has me changing my tone and my action, matching my words when communicating with my boyfriend. That's really good. Guys, is this turning into a healing chat? Oh my gosh, what's happening? I love that. That's really good. Yeah. Sometimes we do have to be aware. I was talking with somebody today and they were reflecting on some resentment they had to their partner and they didn't realize that they were projecting that. And just the fact that they could acknowledge that there were things that they had to deal with within themselves and it's not always you. That alone is big. That alone is big. So I'm glad that you're realizing that. What y'all got to do to get me back on maps? Change the cast. That's what you gotta do. I told y'all, there's not a single person that I like. I can't watch a show like that. I can't stand anybody. They all suck. Do you have other issues with your husband? Trying to get to the root of that. Yeah, I think there's something deeper. There's something deeper than the drinking for sure. Yeah, if anybody's experienced something similar, definitely give Gator some advice. Um, yeah. Watching Love is Blind with my boyfriend gave me a great look into his judgments and healthy behaviors from his commentary, especially when we first started dating. Maybe that's a hack. Watch these shows with your partners and see how they respond to certain things. And you can use that as like some talking points. That's what I've been doing with Richmond with Blue Therapy. I'll be like, babe, what do you think about this situation? And he'll tell me his thing. And I'm just like, alignment. Like I just want to do a temperature check sometimes. Like, are we on the same? But we are okay. That's why this marriage works. All right. I must get back to work. These books won't write themselves. Good night, T. Gettys. Oh, I'm so sorry, Alexis. It's also on me because the live was impromptu, but yeah, YouTube been tripping. Guys, let me tell you how YouTube had me messed up. And I don't want to be that creator who's like, oh, I'm being shadow banned or whatever. I truly was. I actually was. Because shows like Love is Blind that tend to do well were not doing well. And I was like, what's going on? So then I did some research on people who do like SEO, search engine optimization, and stuff on YouTube or whatever. I was like, okay, so why are my videos being suppressed? Apparently, YouTube is trying to workshop some features that they automatically turn on. I'm telling you, as soon as I turned that off, why are the videos performing well? I said, oh, Wow. So y'all are out here experimenting with my channel when I didn't give you the permission, and now you're messing with my money. YouTube is my full-time job, you know. Don't mess with my bank like that. Don't do that. So yeah, YouTube be tripping. I'm with you. YouTube be tripping. YouTube be tripping. I think all these shows are useful to open up conversations. I think with men who are socialized not to open up, like a little prompt like reality TV can help guide chats in a neutral way. Absolutely, KS. Absolutely. Even when me and my friends debrief the show, it gives us more insight on our perspectives. And we've been friends for like years, but then certain scenarios that may not come up in our friendship happen on TV, and we're just like, oh, this is something we have not covered. Let's unpack that. So I definitely agree. Am I watching Love is Blind Sweden? No, and I don't think that I will. I was saying earlier that I'm all Love is Blinded out. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. Maps is just rage bait. Honestly, it is. It is rage bait, and I don't know if I can do it anymore. That's so crazy. At least give you a choice to opt out of the testing. Hello? At least give me a choice. I was so angry. I said, I wish I noticed this at the beginning of the season because y'all been suppressing my views. And again, I'm not trying to be that creator who's just like, oh, the app hates me. It wasn't even the app hating me. They were testing something out that I wasn't aware of. Thank you, Capricorn 4D. I know everybody misses it. How do you join the Discord? I was telling some people earlier that you might have to wait a few days because people are still having issues with the link. So I'll go and see what's happening on the back end. And in a few days, you can check the links in the most recent uploads, the links in the description of the most recent uploads, and see if that works. That's how you can join the Discord. Girl, this season is so good. Please just watch the first 4 episodes on your own. Is it good? Are you? So you're saying I should review it? Should I review? Let me do a poll real quick. I know there's not too many of us, but start a poll. Lib Sweden. Y'all are gonna say yes just to keep me working. All right. The link is working for you? Okay, so for some people, the link is working. Y'all are seeing review. I knew it. I knew it was coming. Just do a bulk one. He said, sorry, I gotta say yes. Y'all are trying to make me money. It's true. It's true. Oh, girl, please. I've been streaming on the Discord, and people will be like, I'm gonna watch the reviews. And lo and behold, you pull this. Give me the night to sleep on it. Give me the night to sleep on it. Or should I just decide today? What's the poll saying? 75% yes. Oh my days. I think the people have spoken. Oh, Maya, thank you so much. That's another thing that warms my heart too. When you guys share the Wrapped, and I'm like, even in the top 5, I could be number 5, top 10, I could be number 10, just to be included. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You right, Lola. You I knew you guys were gonna say yes for review, but I was thinking maybe there's a chance. Okay, maybe I'll bulk them. I'll bulk the first ones. Actually, for season 1, didn't I do bulk reunion? And then after the altar, I only did 4 videos for Love is Blind Sweden season 1. Okay. The daunting part was gonna be doing individual videos, but I think if we're bulking, I'll be all right with that. I'm sold. So y'all do know me. You do, Lola. You do. It's true. I do have free will, but I also want to make sure you guys, enjoy what I'm putting out there. So that's why I do have to check in with y'all. So wait, no more collabs with Tammy and Roxy. Sorry if I missed you answering. No, I did not answer. It's not something that I'm opposed to, but I did take a step back from the group chat. So there's no like issue. There's no issue. If they ever wanted to go live, I'd be down. But in the near future, no, I don't see a live happening, a collab happening. No. I'll take what I can get. Don't kill me. OMG, did you or anyone else watch the Maths UK reunion? I didn't even know it was happening until I saw people on TikTok reviewing it. And then I saw people in my comments saying, hey, are you going to review it? I don't know if I'm invested enough to go back and watch it, but I heard it was explosive. I heard it was explosive. All right, we got 4 more minutes together, y'all. No, Alexis, I'm not watching Age of Attraction. Blue therapy has been wild. Those relationships give me headaches, honestly. And it's so sad to see that a lot of women have just been conditioned to take what they can get. That was the through line for me. That was the theme. And it's sad. Excuse me. It's sad. And it's not to say like just jump ship whenever your relationship is going left, because that's a part of relationships. But a lot of these people are deliberately choosing chaos and calamity. Sad. That's sad. That's sad. Thank you, TS. Fave 2000s reality TV show, Real World. Real World was my jam. Real World was the first show my brothers let me watch along with them, because obviously I had no business watching Real World. I was too young for that. But they would turn on MTV, and anytime it was anything else, they'd be like, no, get out. But if it was Real World, I could watch with them. And that's when I fell in love with Real World. So that's my fave for sure. Is blue therapy real? The blue therapy that started on YouTube, it seems like people inflated their relationship. So it's not that it was completely false, but there were some falsities. I think that's the same with Blue Therapy on Netflix, because it's quite literally the same show. I think the couples are real. I think some of the plight is real, but they're enhancing it for TV's sake, or maybe suppressing, which would be depressing. Big yikes. I was watching Treehouse. Next live so I can mark it in my calendar because YouTube want to play with me. Also, did you hear Mel step back from so John? Oh, John is gonna be on UK. Okay. I did not hear that. I think we agreed on Tuesday because I'm busy on Wednesday. People are also busy on Wednesday. So we agreed on Tuesday. And maybe I'll have more of a structured situation since it won't be impromptu. Saddest part is people's real relationships look like that. And I hope everyone has better relationships. And that's it. Even if it's fake for TV, it's real for somebody in real life. And that's the sad part. That's the. Mel has. Oh my gosh. Oh, guys, you guys are going to make me cry. I did not know that. Oh my gosh. I did not know that. Oh, y'all about to make me cry for this lady that I don't know. Huh. Okay. Damn. That sucks. That sucks. Oh, I hate cancer so much. Yeah, chemo was a lot, so I understand why she's not keen to do it again. Ooh. I know, now we're ending on a sad note. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no, the tears coming. Wait, go back, go back, go back. Oof, man. Okay, let's end with something positive, guys. Oh my gosh. Um, what's positive that we can anticipate? I feel bad leaving on this note. Um, we can make you happy again. I don't know how. Hey, Queen E, I feel like you're a friend I haven't talked to in a long time. Hi, Rebel. Are you sure? Because Rebel, you're pretty active in my comments, so I feel like you be here, you be around. So yeah, how you doing? Happy belated birthday, Alexis. Why you ain't tell me? Why you ain't tell me it was your birthday? Okay, that's a good note that we can leave it on. Prayers for Mel and her family. That is devastating. And thank God for Alexis's life. Happy 28th birthday, belated birthday. Look at you getting old and stuff. Ooh. Queen E, do you talk to Nicole Davies? Here and there. We don't have like a hey girl, how's your day? Like not that kind of relationship, but yeah, we do check in from time to time, and she's good, from my understanding. But all right, guys, that's it for me. I will see you guys on Tuesday. I'll try to have a more structured live. Look out for the community tab. Maybe I'll do what I used to do and post what we should be talking about. And what really pisses me off is because what pisses me off is that this is what I wanted to do on the podcast. The podcast that I told you I don't know what's going on with it. I wanted that podcast to be like hot topics, whatever stuff. But until then, we'll do that here. So watch out for the community posts. I don't know why I keep burping. And I'll ask you guys what you guys want to talk about on Tuesday. And it'll be earlier in the day. And I'll schedule it as well so you guys can have it. You can set a reminder. I'll do that. But all right. Good night.